The fire crackled behind me and someone shouted, "There he is!" I turned, coughing blood. "I didn't do this," I said. My voice shook. "You know I didn't." A man in uniform pointed at me. "You were in charge. I followed orders," I yelled. "Your orders?" The crowd roared. Someone threw a stone. It hit my shoulder. "Hero?" a woman screamed. "Heroes don't destroy cities." I looked at my mother. "Mom," I said. "Say something." Elena didn't answer. She stared at the ground. "Mom?" I repeated. "Please." She finally looked up. Her eyes were cold. "You made your choices." My brother Lucas stood behind her. He wouldn't meet my eyes. "Lucas," I said. "Tell them the truth." He shook his head fast. "I don't know anything," I laughed, sharp and broken. "You know everything." A soldier grabbed my arm. "Enough." Myra pushed forward. "Wait," I felt relief. "Myra," I whispered. "Thank God." She faced the crowd, not me. "He acted alone," she said. "He ignored warnings." I stared at her. "What are you saying?" She swallowed. "You wanted glory. That's a lie," I said. "You were there." She turned, tears ready. "I was scared. So you're killing me instead?" I asked. She didn't answer. A leader stepped up. "The people demand justice." "Justice?" I laughed. Blood filled my mouth. "You want a sacrifice. Take responsibility," he said. I looked at my mother again. "You taught me that word." She flinched, then hardened. "Do the right thing," I realized then. "They needed me dead," I whispered. "I saved you all." No one replied. "On your knees," the soldier ordered. I dropped, heat burning my back. My hands trembled. "Any last words?" someone asked. I looked at the sky. Smoke covered it. "I trusted you," I said quietly. "That was my mistake." The blade flashed. Pain exploded. I fell forward. Sounds blurred as life drained out, I thought. I will never live for them again. Then everything went black. I woke up screaming. "Stop!" I shouted. "Please," my chest heaved. The room was dark, silent. "Mom?" I whispered. "No fire. No crowd." I sat up, shaking. Posters covered the wall. A desk. A clock. I stared at my hands. No blood. I jumped out of bed and ran to the mirror. 16, young, alive. "No," I breathed. "This isn't real." The clock read 10 years earlier. I backed away. My legs gave out. "I died," I whispered. "I died for them." Memories slammed into me. The fire, the betrayal. I laughed, then cried. "I'm back." Footsteps came closer. Elena knocked. "Why are you yelling?" My heart pounded. I wiped my face. "I had a nightmare," I said. She sighed. "You always make noise." Her voice was the same. I clenched my fists. As she walked away, I whispered, "Not this time." I lay back, staring at the ceiling. If this was a second life, I wouldn't waste it. If they wanted a scapegoat again, I smiled. They would regret choosing me. I sat on my bed and whispered, "I'm 16 again." My voice sounded strange. Younger. I stood up and opened the door. "Mom?" Elena's voice came from the kitchen. "Why are you up so early?" The same tone, sharp, tired. I walked in. I couldn't sleep. She didn't look at me. "You never can." Lucas sat at the table, smiling while eating. "You're loud again." I watched them closely. "You slept well?" Lucas nodded. "Of course." Elena placed another egg on his plate. "He needs strength." I said quietly, "So do I." She finally turned. "Don't start." Mark walked in, buttoning his shirt. "What's his problem now?" I answered. "Good morning." He stared at me. "Watch your tone." I remembered everything then. Every word, every order. Elena sighed. "Be patient." Mark added, "Be the bigger one." Lucas smirked. "It's always you." I clenched my jaw. "Always me what?" Elena snapped. "Sacrifice for family." Those words hit like poison. I laughed once. "You trained me well." Mark frowned. "What did you say?" "Nothing," I replied. "Just thinking." Lucas leaned back. "Thinking makes you weird." Elena waved her hand. "Go wash dishes." I didn't move. She stared. "Did you hear me?" "I heard you," I said. "I just won't." Silence dropped. Mark stepped forward. "You don't get choices." "I didn't before," I said. "I do now." Elena's eyes narrowed. "You're talking back." "I'm talking," I replied. "There's a difference," Lucas whispered. "See? He's selfish." I looked at him. "You learned that word from her." Elena raised her hand. "Enough." The The slap landed hard. My head turned, but my feet stayed still. I tasted blood. Apologize, she ordered. I breathed in. Slow. Calm. No, I said. Her eyes widened. What did you say? I said no, Mark shouted. Are you insane? Maybe, I answered. Or maybe I woke up. Lucas jumped up. Mom, he scared me. I looked at my brother. You always say that. Elena pointed at me. You owe us respect. I touched my cheek. I paid already. She yelled. Go to your room. I shook my head. This is my room too. Mark moved closer. You need discipline. I met his stare. You need control. His face went red. Who do you think you are? I answered. Someone who remembers. Elena laughed coldly. You remember nothing. I remember crying alone, I said. I remember apologizing for things I didn't do. Lucas shouted. Stop lying, I smiled sadly. You'll understand later. Elena grabbed my arm. You are ungrateful. I pulled free. I'm done being grateful for pain. Mark pointed at the door. Get out. Not today, I replied. My heart raced, but my voice stayed steady. Elena whispered, You're breaking this family. I answered softly, You broke me first. She slapped me again. I didn't flinch. I just looked at her. Something inside me snapped cleanly, quietly. No tears. No shaking. Just clarity. I said, This life will be different. Mark scoffed. You'll crawl back. I smiled. I don't want love anymore. Elena froze. What do you want then? I wiped the blood from my lip. I want freedom, I said. I walked away while they stared. Behind me, Lucas cried. I didn't turn around. I whispered, and justice. The table was quiet until my mother spoke. Give the scholarship money to Lucas, Elena said. I looked up. No. Mark froze mid-bite. Lucas blinked. What? Elena frowned. Don't joke. I'm not joking, I said. It's mine. She laughed sharply. You live here. So? I replied. Lucas leaned forward. I need it more. I asked. Why? Elena snapped. Because you owe us. I set my spoon down. I don't owe anyone. Mark slammed his hand. Watch your mouth. I am, I said calmly. Elena stood. You're being selfish. The word felt familiar. Old. Heavy. I've heard that before, I said. She pointed at Lucas. Your brother has a future. So did I answered. She scoffed. You exist to support him. The old me would have lowered his head. This time my hand moved. The slap echoed. Elena gasped. The room froze. Lucas screamed, Mom! Mark stared at me like I'd pulled a gun. Elena touched her cheek. You hit me. Yes, I said. She whispered, You monster. I shook my head. No, I woke up. Mark shouted. You've lost your mind. Maybe, I replied. Or maybe I remember. Lucas cried loudly. He's crazy. I looked at him. You cried like that before. Elena screamed, Stop it! I said evenly, I remember the fire. Silence swallowed the room. Mark asked, What fire? The one you blame me for, I said. Elena's face drained. You're lying. I remember dying, I continued, for all of you. Lucas shook. Mom, make him stop. I smiled softly. You hid behind her. Mark pointed. Get help. I already did, I said. I helped myself. Elena whispered, You need a doctor. I needed a mother, I answered. Her lips trembled. I did my best. I laughed quietly. Your best killed me. Mark growled. Enough. I stepped back. I remember every word you said. Lucas sobbed harder. I'm scared. I met his eyes. You always say that. Elena screamed. You're cruel. No, I said. I'm honest. She slapped the table. You ruined breakfast. I nodded. I ruined the lie. Mark moved closer. Apologize. I smiled. Never again. Elena's voice broke. Why are you smiling? Because I'm free, I said. She whispered. You're sick. Maybe, I replied, but I'm not weak. Lucas yelled. You'll regret this. I stood. I already did. Once. Mark said, Sit down. No. Elena begged. Please. I looked at her. Too late. I walked to the door. Behind me, Mark shouted, You'll come crawling back. I didn't turn. Elena cried my name. It sounded strange now. Outside, the air hit my lungs. My hands shook. I laughed under my breath. Not from fear. From relief. I wiped my palm on my jeans. That wasn't violence, I whispered. It was war. The receptionist looked at me and frowned. Do you have an appointment? Yes, I said. With Mr. Grant. She glanced at the clock. You're early. I know, I replied. I didn't want to be late. She picked up the phone. There's a kid here for you. I hated that word. The door opened. Send him in. I walked into the office. Mr. Grant didn't smile. Sit, he said. I sat. He studied me. You're 17. Yes. You want legal advice, he said. Against your family. Not advice, I replied. Action. He raised an eyebrow. That costs money. I have proof, I said, and enough. He leaned back. Start talking. My mother took my scholarship funds, I said. My stepfather forced me to sign papers. My brother benefited. He interrupted. That's a family issue. It's abuse, I said, and fraud. He stared. Big words for a teenager. I learned them early, I replied. He sighed. Why now? Because I died once, I said. He laughed softly. Try again. I was blamed for something I didn't do, I continued. They watched. He leaned forward. Evidence? I slid the folder across. Bank statements, signatures, messages. He opened it. His smile faded. These are serious claims, he said. I know, I replied. He flipped pages. This transfer happened without consent. I was 16, I said. They said family comes first. He looked up. Do you know what you're asking? Yes, I answered. To sue them? Your mother, he said. Double quotes, yes. He closed the folder. People will hate you. I know, I said. They'll call you ungrateful. They already do. They'll say you're cruel. I've been called worse. He tapped the desk. Why me? Because you don't care, I replied. He paused. That's true. He stood. This will burn bridges. I crossed one already, I said. It collapsed. He watched my face. You're calm. I'm tired, I said. He nodded slowly. Sit still. He printed papers. Read. I read. My hands shook. This is real, I said. Yes, he replied. Once signed, there's no going back. I asked, do you believe me? He hesitated. I believe the documents. That's enough, I said. I signed. The pen felt heavy. He took the papers. From now on, speak only through me. Good, I replied. He looked at me. Why aren't you crying? I already did, I said. In another life, he frowned. Careful with metaphors. Sorry, I said. Habit. He extended his hand. Welcome to the fight. I shook it. Thank you for listening. He corrected me. I'm being paid. I know, I said, but you listened. He smirked slightly. That's rare. I stood. What happens next? Chaos, he replied. For you and them? I nodded. I'm ready, he said. They will beg. I won't stop walking, I said. He studied me. You're not seeking revenge. No, I replied. I'm seeking air. He opened the door. Then survive. I stepped into the hallway. My heart pounded. My legs felt light. Outside, I whispered. I didn't imagine it. I smiled to myself. For the first time, an adult chose truth over blood. And for the first time, I chose myself. The whispers followed me down the hallway. That's him. He hit his mother. I heard he's unstable. I kept my eyes forward and sat in my usual seat. A teacher paused near my desk. Are you feeling okay today? I'm fine, I said. She nodded slowly. If you need to talk. I didn't reply. Someone pulled out the chair beside me. Is this seat taken? A soft voice asked. I looked up. No. Hannah sat down without another word. A boy behind us muttered, Weirdo. Hannah turned. Mind your business. The boy scoffed. You'll regret sitting there. She faced forward again. I said quietly, You don't have to. She shrugged. I want to. The teacher began talking. I heard nothing. After class, Hannah stood. You okay? I hesitated. Why do you care? She replied, Because everyone else won't. I laughed once. That's not a reason. It is to me, she said. We walked together. A girl whispered loudly, Attention seeker. Hannah stopped. Say it again. The girl turned away. I exhaled. You didn't need to do that. I know, Hannah said. I chose to. We sat under a tree during lunch. She opened her bag. You don't eat much. I forget, I said. She handed me half her sandwich. Then remember. I stared. You don't even know me. She smiled gently. I know you're tired. That hit. I asked, What makes you say that? She said, Your eyes don't fight back. They just endure. I swallowed. People say I'm dangerous. She shook her head. You don't look evil. What do I look like? I asked. Tired, she said again. I laughed quietly. That's new. She leaned back. You don't defend yourself. I'm done explaining, I replied. She nodded. That's fair. Silence stretched. I said, They think I snapped. Did you? She asked. No, I answered. I woke up. She didn't push. That happens. I looked at her. You're strange. She smiled. I hear that a lot. Footsteps approached. Myra's voice followed. There you are. I stiffened. She sat across from me. People are being cruel. Hannah watched quietly. Mara touched my arm. I worry about you. I pulled back. I'm okay, she frowned. You don't sound grateful. I didn't ask, I said. Her smile faltered. I'm trying to help. Hannah spoke calmly. Sometimes help listens first. Myra glanced at her. And you are? A classmate, Hannah replied. Myra looked back at me. Be careful who you trust. I met her eyes. I am. She stood. Call me later. I won't, I said. She froze, then laughed lightly. You're joking. No, I replied. She walked away. Hannah waited. You saw it too, I said. She nodded. Her kindness had rules. I sighed. She liked the old me. Who was that? Hannah asked. Someone quiet, I said. Someone useful. She said softly. You don't have to be useful. The bell rang. As we walked, I asked, Why stay near me? She answered, Because you didn't ask me to leave. I stopped. You might get hurt. She met my eyes. So might you. I thought of two paths. One familiar, one honest. I didn't choose, but I learned how to see. My phone exploded at 6 in the morning. Have you lost your mind? My mother screamed. I held the phone away. Good morning to you too. You sued us, she cried. Yes, I said. Mark's voice cut in. You little traitor. I warned you, I replied. My mother sobbed loudly. How could you do this to family? I asked. Which part hurt you most? She sniffed. People are talking. Mark shouted. You're ruining my reputation. I answered calmly. You built it. He cursed. Withdraw it now. No, I said. My mother changed her tone. Please, we can talk. We are talking, I replied. She whispered, I raised you. You broke me, I said. She gasped. How dare you? I hung up. Another call came. Lucas's message popped up online. I'm scared of my brother. I laughed softly. Of course you are. At school, phones followed me. A teacher stopped me. We need to discuss your behavior. My grades? I asked. No, she said. Your attitude, I replied. Is standing up illegal? She frowned. People feel unsafe. People felt safe when I was quiet, I said. She didn't answer. During lunch, whispers turned sharp. He sued his mom. He's dangerous. A boy bumped my shoulder. Cycle. I didn't react. My phone buzzed again. Mr. Grant's name appeared. Don't answer them, he said. I didn't, I replied. They'll try guilt, he warned. Then fear. They're already there, I said. He said calmly, stay silent. Let the process speak. I nodded. They're panicking. They should, he replied. That night, my mother called again. I can't sleep, she cried. I couldn't either, I said. Mark grabbed the phone. You think you're smart? No, I replied. I'm patient. He laughed bitterly. You'll regret this. I already died once, I said. Silence. What did you say? He asked. Nothing, I replied. Good night. I turned my phone off. At school, a counselor called me in. Are you okay at home? She asked. I'm not there, I said. She looked surprised. Where are you staying? Somewhere quiet, I replied. She leaned forward. You seem cold, unfocused, I said. She scribbled notes. I stopped sleeping well. At 3 a.m. Doubts crept in. Am I becoming a monster? I asked myself. I remembered the fire. I remembered the crowd. I remembered dying alone. The doubt faded. The next day, a teacher whispered, You brought this on yourself. I looked at her. So did they. Another message arrived. We can forgive you if you stop, my mother wrote. I typed back. Forgiveness isn't silence. Mark sent one line. You're dead to me. I replied. You already buried me. Lucas posted a video crying. People commented hearts. I felt nothing. Mr. Grant called again. They're trying public sympathy. I expected that, I said. Good, he replied. Power doesn't shout. I repeated that all day. When a classmate said, "You're heartless," I answered, "I survived." When someone asked, "Why won't you stop?" I said, "Because stopping kills me." That night, I stared at the ceiling. I wasn't proud, I wasn't happy, but I was steady. I whispered, I would rather be hated than used. For the first time, the words didn't scare me. They felt like truth. Myra started walking with me again. "You look tired," she said gently. "I am," I replied. She smiled. "You don't have to carry everything alone." I remembered those words. "You said that before," I said. She squeezed my arm. "Because it's true." We sat on a bench after school. People watched. She leaned closer. "Everyone's worried about you?" I asked. "Everyone or you?" She laughed softly. "Does it matter?" "It does," I said. She sighed. "You're pushing people away." "I'm protecting myself," I replied. She frowned. "From who?" "From lies," I said. She touched my hand. "I hate seeing you like this." I pulled away. "Like what?" "Cold," she said. "Angry." I thought, alive feels cold to liars. She continued. "This lawsuit is hurting you." "It's exposing them," I replied. "It's ruining your image," she said. I looked at her. "You care about that?" She hesitated. "People talk." "They always do," I said. She lowered her voice. "They won't love a man who sues his mother." That word hit deep. "Love?" I asked. She nodded. "People value family." "I valued it too," I said. "It killed me," she frowned. "You exaggerate." I clenched my jaw. "You weren't there." She leaned back. "I'm here now." "I thought of the past. You were there then too. Just watching." She said softly, "Drop the case." I laughed quietly. "For peace?" "For healing," she replied. "For silence," I corrected. She shook her head. "Why are you so stubborn?" "Because giving in cost me my life," I said. She stared. "You sound dramatic," I stood. "You sound familiar." She grabbed my sleeve. "I care about you." "I know," I said. "About a version of me." She blinked. "What does that mean?" "The one who apologizes," I replied. "The one who bends." She whispered, "That's called love." "No," I said. "That's called sacrifice." She scoffed. "You think you're better now?" "I think I'm honest," I answered. She crossed her arms. "Hannah put these ideas in your head." "No," I said. "She didn't put anything there." She snapped. "Then why listen to her?" "Because she listens to me," I replied. She stood. "I'm trying to save you." "From what?" I asked. "From yourself," she said. I smiled sadly. "That's what they said too." She took a step back. "You're changing." "I had to," I replied. She whispered, "I miss the old you." "I don't," I said. She looked hurt. "I supported you. You supported my silence," I replied. Her voice hardened. "You're being unfair." I nodded. "That's new for me." She shook her head. "You'll regret this." "Maybe," I said. "But not like before." She turned away sharply. I sat alone. Hannah joined me later without asking. She said nothing. I said, "She wants me quiet again." Hannah nodded. I guessed. "She says no one will love me," I continued. Hannah looked at me. "Do you believe her?" I thought, "No," she smiled faintly. "Good." "She doesn't tell me what to do," I said. "That's because it's your life," Hannah replied. I exhaled slowly. I realized then Myra loved the man who disappeared. Hannah saw the man who stayed. When Myra texted later, "We need to talk," I didn't reply. I stepped back quietly. I knew she would notice. I knew she wouldn't forgive it. And for once, I didn't apologize. Mr. Grant called me during lunch. "The investigation has started," he said. I asked, "Already?" "Yes," he replied. "They found discrepancies." I leaned back. "Like what?" "Forged signatures," he said. "Unexplained transfers." I closed my eyes. "They said it was normal." "It wasn't," he replied. "At school, the whispers changed tone. That family is being investigated." "I heard about the money. Wasn't she a role model?" A teacher paused near my desk. "Are you okay?" "I'm fine," I said. She hesitated. "Things are complicated." "They always were," I replied. After class, Hannah walked beside me. "They're talking about your mother," she said. "I know," I replied. "She looked angry today," Hannah added. "I'm not surprised." I said. We passed a group of parents whispering. One said, "I trusted her." Another answered, "Everyone did." I felt nothing. My phone buzzed. Lucas's name trended online. His scholarship was suspended. He messaged me. Why didn't you stop this? I typed back, you didn't stop anything before. He replied, you're destroying us. I stared at the screen. No, I whispered. I stopped disappearing. Mark called that night. His voice shook. They're questioning me at work. I replied, about time. He snapped. You planned this. No, I said. You did, he shouted. I gave you a home. You gave me blame, I replied. He hung up. My mother didn't call. She walked past me at the store instead. People stared. Someone whispered, that's her. She lowered her head. I felt calm. Not joy. Not revenge. Just stillness. Hannah noticed. You're quiet. I don't feel chased anymore, I said. She nodded. That's power. Myra avoided me at school. She laughed loudly near others. When she passed me, she didn't look. Later, she posted a picture smiling. The caption read, choosing peace. I scoffed. Hannah read it too. That's distance. I expected it, I replied. She's protecting herself, Hannah said. Everyone is. I answered. That evening, Mr. Grant called again. They're offering partial admissions, he said. I asked, do they regret it? They regret exposure, he replied. I nodded. Figures. At dinner, alone, I stared at my plate. I remembered starving quietly years ago. No one noticed. Then. Now everyone watched. The irony didn't amuse me. At school the next day, a classmate said, guess you were right, I asked. About what? About them, he replied. I shrugged. Truth doesn't need me. Hannah sat with me. You're not smiling, she said. I don't want to, I replied. She smiled instead. That's okay, I asked. Why aren't you pushing me? She answered, because this isn't about winning. Then what is it? I asked. Not losing yourself, she said. That stuck. Later, my mother finally texted. People are cruel. I typed. They always were. She replied, you could have protected us. I wrote back, I protected myself. No response. The school counselor stopped me. This must be stressful, she said. It's quieter than before, I replied. She blinked. That's unusual. So is accountability, I said. That night I lay awake. I thought I would feel satisfaction. I didn't. I felt balanced. Hannah texted me one line. You don't need revenge to win. I stared at it. She was right. For the first time, consequences weren't hunting me. They were walking toward them. And I was no longer running. My mother texted me first. Please, let's talk. I replied, where? She chose a cafe near the courthouse. When I arrived, she was already there, hands shaking around a cup. You look thin, she said. I sat down. You look scared. She flinched. Is that necessary? Yes, I replied. She sighed. I don't recognize you anymore. I recognize myself, I said. Tears filled her eyes. I did everything out of love. You did everything out of control, I replied. She shook her head. You don't understand stress. I lived it, I said. She cried harder. Mark lost his job. I nodded. I heard. He's blaming me, she whispered. You blame me first, I replied. She grabbed my hand. We're family, I pulled away. That word doesn't erase damage. She whispered, what do you want from me? Accountability, I said. Her brow creased. I said I'm sorry. That's not accountability, I replied. She slammed her cup down. Then what is? Admitting you chose convenience over me, I said. She looked away. I was trying to keep peace. You kept silence, I replied. She cried, I loved you. I don't want your love, I said calmly. She stared. What kind of son says that? The kind who survived, I replied. She whispered, you're cruel. No, I said, I'm done pretending. She reached for me again. We can start over. I stood. You don't rebuild on denial. Her voice broke. You're killing me. I answered softly, you taught me how. I left without looking back. Outside, my phone buzzed. Mark's name flashed. I answered. What? I'm fired, he said. I replied. Actions matter. He laughed bitterly. You planned this. No, I said. You ignored it. He snapped. You ruined my life. You ruined mine first, I replied. He hung up. Another message came. Lucas posted another video. This time, his eyes were empty. People commented less. He messaged me privately. Fix this. I typed, I'm not your shield. He replied, I can't handle this. I stared at the screen. Neither could I. I didn't send it. At school, whispers followed again. But they sounded different. Did you see what his ex posted? Myra's face filled my feed. She wrote, I was emotionally abused. My chest tightened. She continued, silence is survival. Comments exploded. I closed the app. Hannah found me later. She crossed a line, she said. I expected it, I replied. That doesn't make it painless, she said. It hurts, I admitted. But it doesn't own me. She nodded. You see it now. Yes, I said. The pattern. People protect themselves, she said. Even if it destroys someone else, I added. She sat beside me quietly. I checked my phone again. My mother texted. Why are you doing this? I replied, because silence almost killed me. No answer. That night I walked alone. I felt lighter after every goodbye. After every refusal, after every truth, I whispered to myself, karma isn't loud. It didn't scream. It didn't threaten. It simply arrived. One job lost. One lie exposed. One tear unanswered. I didn't celebrate. I didn't gloat. I just kept walking. Every step felt steadier. Every breath felt mine. For the first time I understood. Karma doesn't need revenge. It needs time. And I was finally done waiting. Mr. Grant called me early. They offered a settlement, he said. I sat on the edge of my bed. What kind? Quiet, he replied. Money, silence, no admission. I closed my eyes. If I accept? It ends, he said, publicly and legally. My phone buzzed immediately. My mother's message appeared. Please accept it. Mark sent one too. Be smart. Lucas wrote, we can be a family again. I stared at the screen. At school, whispers followed me. He could end it today. Why drag it out? Forgiveness looks better. I felt torn. Peace sounded tempting. Truth felt heavy. That afternoon, I met Mr. Grant. He studied my face. You're conflicted. I'm tired, I said. That's normal, he replied. I asked, what would you do? He paused. I don't have your scars. I leaned forward. Is this about money? He shook his head. It never was. I swallowed. Then why does this feel so hard? Because silence is comfortable, he said. Truth is loud. I don't want noise, I replied. You want erasure, he said. That word hit. Erasing what? I asked. The lie, he replied. That you owed them. I looked down. They raised me. They used you, he said. I whispered. If I accept, they'll stop. Yes, he said. And start again with someone else. I clenched my hands. They'll call me heartless. They already do, he replied. They'll say I destroyed the family, I said. They destroyed it quietly, he answered. I exhaled. I just want peace. He leaned in. Peace built on silence is a cage. I looked at him. If I reject it? The case goes public, he said. Full exposure. And the backlash? I asked. Brutal, he replied. I nodded slowly. That night mother called. Please, she begged. Think of us. I am, I said. That's the problem. She cried. People forgive. I don't need forgiveness, I replied. I need truth. She whispered, you're choosing yourself over blood. Yes, I said. She hung up. Lucas messaged. You're selfish. I replied, I learned from you. The next morning I told Mr. Grant. I'm rejecting it, I said. He didn't smile. I hoped you would. He filed the response. News spread fast. Headlines followed. Teen rejects settlement. Family feud turns public. At school, stairs burned. A teacher whispered, you should have ended it. I replied, ending it isn't healing. Online comments tore into me. Ungrateful. Monster. Attention seeker. I read them all. They didn't break me. Hannah sat beside me quietly. You okay? She asked. I chose the harder road, I said. She nodded. The honest one. I'm scared, I admitted. That means you're alive, she replied. Later, she looked at me and said, I'm proud of you. I paused. No guilt. No condition. Just pride. I believed her. That surprised me. That night, I lay awake. The world hated me loudly, but my mind was quiet. I whispered, I don't owe my life to anyone. The words settled. Choosing myself didn't feel selfish anymore. It felt necessary. And for the first time, I slept without apology. The courtroom was silent when the judge spoke. Based on the evidence presented, he said, the court rules in favor of the plaintiff. I didn't breathe. My mother gasped. Mark's chair scraped loudly. Lucas stared at the floor. Not everything, but enough. The judge continued speaking, but the words blurred. Mr. Grant leaned toward me. It's over, I whispered. I know. Outside the courtroom, cameras waited. Reporters shouted, "How do you feel?" I walked past them. My mother tried to grab my arm. "Say something." I stopped. "What?" she cried. "This destroyed us." I looked at her calmly. "You destroyed yourselves." Mark shouted, "You're satisfied now?" I answered, "I'm finished." Lucas finally spoke. "You never cared about us." I replied, "I cared until it killed me." He had no answer. Myra stood near the steps. She looked smaller. Her voice shook. "Can we talk?" I nodded once. We stepped aside. She whispered, "I didn't mean for it to go that far." I asked, "Which part?" "The post," she said. "The accusations." "You meant to protect yourself," I replied. She nodded. "I panicked." "You always do," I said. Tears ran down her face. "I'm sorry." I searched for anger. There was none. "I feel nothing," I said honestly. Her face crumpled. "That's worse." "Maybe," I replied. "But it's peaceful." She reached out. "I loved you." I stepped back. "You loved my silence." She whispered, "Can you forgive me?" "I don't need to," I said. She looked lost. "What does that mean?" "It means I'm done," I replied. I walked away. Mr. Grant caught up to me. "You handled that well." "I didn't feel anything," I said. "That's normal," he replied. "Victory is strange." At school, the tone changed. Teachers avoided my eyes. Students whispered differently. They were guilty. He wasn't lying. Some nodded at me quietly. Others still judged. I didn't care. My mother's name disappeared from charity boards. Mark's company cut ties. Lucas transferred schools. Myra deleted her accounts. Consequences settled softly. No explosions. Just absence. Hannah met me after the verdict. She asked, "How do you feel?" I thought, "Empty." She nodded. "That comes before peace." I sat beside her. I expected joy. "Revenge promises that," she said. "I didn't even want revenge," I replied. "You wanted freedom," she said. I exhaled. "I have it." She smiled gently. "Then let yourself rest." That night, I stood outside the courthouse alone. I looked at the steps. I remembered kneeling once. Blamed. Abandoned. I whispered, "You can sleep now." The boy who died there didn't answer. He didn't need to. I felt him settle, like a weight finally set down. My phone buzzed. A message from my mother. "We lost everything." I typed. I lost myself first. I didn't send more. I didn't block her. I just let the silence exist. For the first time, it wasn't deadly. It was honest. I walked away alone. No cheers. No applause. Just footsteps. The emptiness followed me. But it didn't scare me anymore. It felt clean. Justice didn't heal everything. It didn't fix the past. But it returned something important. Choice. I chose to leave. I chose to breathe. I chose to live without permission. As I disappeared down the street, I realized something. Walking alone didn't mean I was abandoned. It meant no one was dragging me back. And for the first time in both lives, that felt like peace. The cafe smelled like coffee and rain. "You're early," Hannah said. "I like mornings now," I replied. She smiled. "That still surprises me," I laughed softly. "It surprises me too." We sat by the window. She asked, "Big day?" "Classes," I said. "Clinic after." She nodded. "The kids like you." "I understand them," I replied. She tilted her head. "Because you were one." "Yes," I said. A waiter passed. Hannah ordered. I didn't need to. She watched me. "You've changed." I stopped running, I said. "From them?" She asked. "From myself," I answered. Years had passed quietly. No headlines. No shouting. Just routines. I lived alone now. A small place. Clean. Mine. Hannah asked, "Do you ever regret it?" I thought. "No." "Not even forgiving them?" She pressed. "I don't forgive," I said. "I release." She smiled. "That sounds like law school." I chuckled. "It sounds like survival." After class, a kid tugged my sleeve. "Do I have to go back?" he asked. I crouched. "Not today." He whispered, "You won't leave?" I shook my head. "I stay." He nodded, trusting. That trust mattered. Later, Hannah walked with me. "You're good at this," she said. "I had practiced being invisible," I replied. She stopped. "You're seen now." "I know," I said. "By the right people." At home, my phone buzzed. An unknown number. I answered. "Hello?" My mother's voice trembled. "It's me." I closed my eyes. "I know." She said, "I heard you're studying law." "Yes," I replied. "I'm proud." she whispered. I paused. That's kind. She asked, can we talk sometime? I said calmly, not now. She breathed out. I understand. That was new. We hung up. I didn't shake, I didn't ache, I just continued cooking. That night, Hannah sat beside me. You okay? She asked. Yes, I said. She leaned in. You didn't explain. I don't need to, I replied. She smiled. That's growth. We talked about nothing important. Weather. Books. Dinner plans. Healing lived there. In ordinary words. Weeks later, I stood before a mirror. Lines under my eyes, calmer shoulders. I said quietly, you're still here. The reflection didn't accuse me. It didn't beg. It just existed. Hannah knocked. Ready? For what? I asked. For tomorrow, she said. I smiled. Always. We walked together. Equal steps. No pulling. No chasing. I thought about rebirth. People called it a miracle. They were wrong. The miracle wasn't coming back. It was staying. I didn't need to die to be strong. I needed to stop sacrificing myself. That truth settled slowly. Like sunrise. No drama. Just light. Hannah squeezed my hand. You never asked me to save you, she said. I never needed saving, I replied. She laughed. Exactly. I looked ahead, a future. Not perfect, but chosen. I whispered, this life is mine. No one argued. No one demanded. I breathed deeply. And for the first time I lived without apology.